Many people grow up believing a comforting idea that emotional closeness should come before attraction. Because of this belief, they open up too early, explain too much, and invest before interest is formed, losing momentum before anything truly begins. The deeper truth is that interest usually forms before emotion. When someone leads with feelings instead of presence, they reverse the natural order. Curiosity fades, attention weakens, and connection never has the chance to build naturally. Rejection is rarely about being unworthy. It often happens because the timing is off. When interest has not yet been activated, emotional effort feels misplaced, no matter how sincere or well-intended it may be. There is a quiet inner conflict many people carry. They fear being misread, so they overcorrect by acting cautious, agreeable, and overly considerate. Ironically, this tension is felt immediately and creates distance instead of trust. Trying too hard to appear kind or understanding can unintentionally signal uncertainty. Beneath the words, hesitation is sensed. The result is predictability, safe, respectable, but lacking the spark that makes attention linger. Behavioral science has shown that perception forms quickly. Sensation comes before explanation, evaluation comes before meaning. Long before emotions are discussed, presence is already being measured and interpreted. When someone tries to prove reliability before creating interest, they often fall into a neutral space. Not close, not distant, not intriguing, not threatening. Simply familiar, and therefore easy to overlook. This pattern is usually driven by fear of being dismissed. To avoid that pain, people offer reassurance too soon. But without contrast or mystery, attention fades instead of deepening. Attraction does not grow from early reassurance. It grows from calm presence, restraint, and contrast. Silence, timing, and confidence communicate more than explanation ever could. Once this order is understood, behavior changes naturally. Effort becomes lighter. Presence becomes stronger, and interest has room to grow before emotion is ever placed on the table. One of the most common mistakes is trying to earn closeness before creating interest. There is a subtle posture that weakens presence, and many never notice it. It is the habit of proving goodness before allowing curiosity to form. Insecurity often shows up as over-offering. Compliments arrive too quickly. Help is offered before it's needed. Words are softened to avoid tension. What feels considerate on the surface can quietly reduce perceived value. This pattern shifts perception into a social category rather than a personal one. The individual is seen as pleasant and dependable, but not engaging enough to inspire deeper attention or anticipation. A practical adjustment is to remove the need to persuade. Enter interactions without trying to impress. Observe more, speak less. This neutral stance signals self-direction rather than dependence. Research on human attention shows that anticipation activates interest more strongly than reassurance. Curiosity forms quickly, while emotional closeness develops over time, not the other way around. Posture, eye contact, and rhythm matter. Moving with steadiness, pausing before speaking, and maintaining calm focus communicate confidence without explanation. Over-investing early often reveals uncertainty. Those who move with patience and selectiveness communicate self-worth naturally without needing to state it. Interest grows in the space between what is shared and what is held back. Reserve creates room for imagination. Consistent restraint keeps attention alive. Warmth is most effective when paired with confidence. Without that balance, kindness can be misunderstood as a need for approval rather than a genuine choice. Slow your pace. Remove urgency. Let politeness come from control, not pressure. When calm is rooted in stability, perception shifts in a powerful way. Before any interaction, there is a simple internal check that changes everything. Ask yourself honestly what you're seeking. Is it interest or is it approval? This question reveals the motivation behind every word and action. When the goal is approval, intensity rises. Explanations multiply. Behavior adjusts to avoid discomfort. The moment this is noticed, pull back, slow down. Let silence return you to balance. When intention shifts, energy shifts. Presence becomes grounded. Words carry more weight. Small movements feel deliberate rather than rushed, and attention naturally recalibrates. Challenges or subtle tests are not acts of rejection. They are moments of evaluation. The purpose is simple: to observe stability under mild pressure and see whether composure remains intact. Many people misread these moments and react defensively. They explain themselves, justify intentions, or rush to smooth tension. In doing so, they signal inner instability rather than confidence. The effective response is quiet composure. A relaxed expression, a natural pause and steady tone communicate more than any immediate explanation ever could. Psychological foundations show that people seek internal steadiness, not constant reassurance. What matters is remaining centered even when circumstances shift slightly out of control.